So when we see percentage composition, it is the ratio of the amount of element present in the compound to the total amount of individual elements present in the compound multiplied by 100. So, kumbaga sa isang 100% na sample, we are going to calculate for the percentage ng bawat element. So, the percentage of the element is equal to the mass of the element divided by the total mass of the compound times 100. So, it is an expression of a compound's composition in terms of all the elements present and can be determined from a given chemical formula. So, let's start with this first problem. Acetic acid, CH3COOH, is an important chemical reagent in many industrial processes. In households, diluted acetic acid or vinegar is often used as a cleaning agent or as a preservative. What is its percentage composition? Unang-una sa lahat ng gagawin nyo, lagi nyo munang isusolve C molar mass. So, lagi yon. First things first, get the molar mass first. Okay? So, meron tayong CH3COOH. So, C, H, and O lang yung present na elements natin. Ang mass ni carbon is 12, si hydrogen is 1, si oxygen is 16. So you can use AMU, but for this time, para medyo mas mabilis tayo, I will be using grams na. 12 grams, 1 gram, 16 grams. Times, ilan si carbon? So as you can see, merong dalawang carbon pero magkahiwalay yan. Pero, lalagyan natin dalawa. Dalawa kasi siya. Hydrogen is 4, oxygen is 2. So, multiply, this is 24 grams, 4 grams, and 32 grams. This is the molar mass. We have 60 grams. Ito yung ating molar mass. So, ito yung mass per 1 mole. So, meron na tayong molar mass. So, balikan natin yung ating equation. So, the percentage ng bawat element is equal to the mass of the element over the total mass of the compound times 100. Dito ko na lang siya gagawin, ha? Okay. So, kunin natin si percentage ng carbon. Alright? Percentage ni carbon is mass of the element, which is 24 grams over, ano yung total mass ng element natin? That's 60 grams times 100. So, divide muna natin si 24 divided by 60. We get 0.4 times 100. Okay. Times 100. So, we get 40%. So, this is the percentage of carbon. Okay. So, ngayon, meron na tayong percentage ng carbon. Now, let us get the percentage of hydrogen. So, that is the mass of the substance, 4 grams over 60 grams times 100. Hindi ko na sinulat yung gresa, ha, para mabilis tayo. So, that is 4 divided by 60, 0.067. At least 2 significant figures times 100. So, we get 6.67%. Okay? Then lastly, the percentage of oxygen. That is 32 grams divided by 60 grams times 100. So 32 divided by 60, we get 0.53 times 100. Answer is 53.33%. Okay. Dapat, kapag inad natin itong mga percentage na to, that should be equal or almost equal to 100 or 100%. So, try natin. 40 plus 6.67 plus 53.33, that is 100. So, Ibig sabihin nun, tama yung computations natin. That is how you get the percentage composition of the elements in a compound. Let's talk about empirical and molecular formulas. When you see empirical formula, it is also known as the simplest formula. It specifies the whole number ratio of atoms and the elements in a compound, and also known as the lowest term formula of a compound. So for us to get the empirical formula, we get mole of the element. So mass of the element times 1 mole over the molar mass of the element. Just like getting the mass to mole relationship. Okay. After you get that, you divide the calculated moles by the smallest quantity, and you are now ready to write the empirical formula. Let's start with the first sample problem. Okay, what is the empirical formula of a compound containing 26.57% potassium, 35.36 chromium, and 38.07% oxygen? So, kapag pinag-uusapan natin si empirical formula, you have to assume that everything is 100 grams instead of 100%. Okay? So, i-convert lang natin yung percentage na sign to grams. Ang percentage ni potassium is 26.57%. Ang percentage ni chromium is 35.36%. And si oxygen ay 38.07%. So, para makuha natin yung kanyang number of moles, that will be mole of potassium is equal to 26.57 grams. Yun na yung mass niya, no? Change percent sign to grams times 1 mole over the molar mass of potassium. What is the molar mass of potassium? That is 39 grams. Then, ang mole ni chromium is equal to 35.36 grams times 1 mole over chromium has a mass of 52 grams. Okay? Then, mole ni oxygen is equal to 38.07 grams times 1 mole over 16 grams. Then let us get the answer. So 26.57 times 1 divided by 39. That is 0.6813. Okay, ma'am, sabi niyo po 2 decimal places lang. Okay, kapag hindi pa tayo tapos ng ating computation, you can write as long as you want. Kailan lang tayo magko-convert into 2 decimal places? Kapag final na yung answer natin. Kagaya sa percentage composition, kapag yun na yung mismong i-compute natin. Ito kasi, we're still talking about the number of moles. So, pwede niyang mas mahaba pa siya. Or pwede pa natin niyang pahabain. Pero ako hanggang 4 decimal places lang. Kasi the more decimal places, the more accurate our answer will be pagdating sa dulo. Okay? So this is, ang unit nito ay mole. Canceling grams, canceling grams, canceling grams. Next, for chromium, that's 35.36 times 1 divided by 52. That is 0.68 moles. And next, 38.07 times 1 divided by 16, we get 2.3794 moles. So, ito na yung ating number of moles. Next thing is we're going to divide it by the smallest number of moles. Ano ba yung smallest number of moles natin dyan? So, pareho naman sila, no? Almost the same itong potassium and chromium. So, we can just at least choose one. 0.68 na lang. Basta yung smallest. Almost the same value lang naman sila. Okay. So, divide it by 0.68 moles, 0.68 moles, 0.68 moles. So 0.6813 divided by 0.68, that is 0.91. So 0.68 over 0.68, that is 1. 2.3794 divided by 0.68, we get 3.5 yung ating number of moles. Itong 0.91, we can round it off to 1 kasi since pareho naman silang 0.68, so 1 na lang din siya. Ibig sabihin, ang ratio natin is 1:1:3.5. If you have answers like this, yung 3.5, 2.5, 1.5, you multiply everything by 2. Okay? Times 2 yan palagi. So that will be 2:2:7. Ma'am, lagi po bang mag-multiply by 2? No. Mag-multiply lang tayo by 2 kapag meron tayong ratio na may 0.5. Kapag naman whole number lahat, kapag whole number naman siya, no need to multiply it by 2. Kapag naman malapit naman na siya sa whole number like 9.1, 0.99, we can just round it off to the nearest whole number. Ibig sabihin, ang empirical formula ng ating compound dito is K2CR207. This is the empirical formula of the compound containing 26.7 potassium, 35.36 chromium, and 38.07% oxygen.